Hey y'all, what's up? Zack here, another YouTube video today. Today's video is going to be an update video on the father that tortures his two kids and then eventually ends up killing them. Now, Alvin Crocker Sr. and Mark Anthony Wright are facing charges of felony murder, concealing the death of another, cruelty to children in the first degree. Now, all five are being held without bond. Thankfully, if any of them got bond, that would be ridiculous. So thankfully, the judge had enough sense to deny them bond. Now, the man admits to all the crimes, including killing them, but claims his wife and mother convinced him to commit the crimes. Now, I have a problem with that because, okay, even if they said, you need to kill them, whatever. Okay, even if they had a gun to your head, okay, at some point in time, you had a chance to get away, or you were alone, or they had left you, okay, because this went on for months, okay, not weeks or days, months, years, because, the girl died in October, and she was 14, so, it had to go on for months, okay. So, even if she had a gun to your head, okay, why would you do that? You not only did you kill her, you tortured that girl. You tased her. You put her in dog cages for 24 hours. You tried to straighten her joints back out by duct taping her to a ladder. You tased her. You gave, and then when you did give her food, you laced it with hot sauce, vinegar, in hopes that she couldn't eat it or she wouldn't eat it. You know, how can a father do that to his two kids? And then you force other kids to hit them with frying pan. Like, who does that? And then you keep her naked, and her whole body was covered with bruises from her head down to her toes. She had bruises on her, covered on her face, her neck. She even had bruises on her hands. You know, I don't get it. Okay, and then Wright called his aunt in South Carolina when he heard the children's father discussing Mary's death, which was the 14-year-old. So she ended up calling police, which ended up them finding the two bodies found in Guyton, Georgia, in the backyard of their home. When they arrived, they found a 11-year-old who was laying on the floor covered in a blanket. Now, all suspects were moved to different jails out of the county for their safety. One was moved to Effingham County Jail. Another one was moved farther south. They didn't release all of them. Now, another problem I have with that is, okay, you want to move them for their safety, okay? What about the kids' safety? Where were their safety when they were getting beat with frying pans, zip tied, tased, put in dog cages, not being able to get food, or when they were getting food, they couldn't eat it or they could barely eat it. Where was their safety at? Okay, so why should they get protective custody when they didn't? Okay, and another thing, it took them a year, okay? A year, and then they didn't even investigate it, okay? A year for them to say that it's too old. Okay, your job is to investigate crimes like this, okay? First of all, it shouldn't even take a year, okay? If you are that far behind, and don't be wrong, I know there are hundreds and hundreds of child abuse cases probably each week, okay? If not every day. But if you are that far behind, you need to start working more hours. Do something, hire more people, do something to prevent this. But a year, okay? And then a year comes up and you say, oh, it's too old, we're going to throw it out. No, that's unacceptable, okay? It is your job to investigate. I don't care if it is 1 day old, a month old, a year old, or 100 years old. It's your job to investigate. So if a report is turned in, investigate it. But it shouldn't take that long. It should be followed up within 3 days at the most. And you could have prevented this girl's death. Maybe not the boy's because he's been dead for so long. Okay, but the girl's death definitely could have been prevented. You know, and who knows if they were gonna kill the 11-year-old? They killed the 16-year-old, and then the 14-year-old. Maybe the 11-year-old was next. They could have been going in order from oldest to youngest. Who knows what they were doing? Who knows what was going through their mind? That's just ridiculous that stuff like this even happens. I have a hard time doing stories like this because, one, it's hard to even talk about, and then there's certain words I can't say just because I'm on camera. But stuff like this is ridiculous. It really is. But like I said, thankfully, all of them are denied bond, so they can't get out. But like I said, they need to be investigated as well because, it took you a year and then you just throw it out like nothing even happened there. I don't get that at all. I really don't. But like I said, at least everybody's denied bond. Hopefully the 11-year-old will be able to live his life somewhat more normal. He does have cerebral palsy, so that is one issue. And then having to go through this is another issue. It's ridiculous. I really don't understand how people can do this, especially to your own child. I mean, that's just ridiculous. It really is. There's no other way to explain it. And like I said, they act like they don't even care that it happened. Because even, like I said, if someone convinced you to do it, then you have issues to start with. Like I said, if it was my wife or my mother and they told me to kill my 3 kids or my 2 kids, you would have to shoot me. Because I'm not going to do it. You would have to shoot me and kill me. Because it's not going to happen. It's really not. But this is the update video on it. When they go to court, I will try and get some of their testimonies, see what they say in court. And at the end, we'll see how much jail time they all end up facing. Hopefully, the death penalty will be brought up. Hopefully, it won't bring the kids back at all. But, it will serve some justice to as what they've been through. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And thank y'all for watching.